Nearly a slick ending. Hello everyone, how are you doing? I'm back with another lava guitar. This one is very different to the normal kind of guitar that I get to play, and it's very interesting for that same reason, really. So everything you just heard in the intro was coming from the guitar itself. I'm not plugged in. It's not connected wirelessly to anything. All of the loops, the reverb, everything was coming from inside the guitar. The guitar was being used as the speaker. I was controlling the loop from this little touch screen on top of the guitar there. So let me tell you all about it and all the bonkers stuff that you can do with this guitar. So this is the Lava Me 3. It is a carbon fibre guitar. It's made of, I think it's called Air Sonic 2. It's this new carbon fibre composite material that they've developed for making instruments. It's a one-piece guitar, you know, apart from the tuners and stuff. And the body and the neck is all one piece. There's no truss rod. It's plecked frets, so it's a straight neck. It's this kind of matte grey finish. It's like kind of futuristic, I suppose, would be the one word you could use for it. But it's very different. It's a very different material to make instruments out of, to wood, obviously. But it's kind of loud, resonant, and incredibly resistant to temperature and humidity change. So you can take it, I mean, you can, from the Arctic to rainforest, and it should be fine. So let me tell you a bit more about the kind of what it is. As an acoustic guitar, it works really nicely. It's got this carbon fibre body with what they call 4-mass technology, and it's basically, they've tuned it. So it's kind of like the equivalent of bracing, but to maximise the resonance around the guitar. So what I'm going to do, first of all, I'm going to turn all the electronics off, and we'll just listen to it, see what it sounds like as an acoustic guitar. Actually, I'm not going to turn it off. I'm just going to turn it all down. I'll tell you why in a second. So this is what the guitar sounds like completely acoustically, and it's surprisingly loud for quite a small guitar. So here we go. So yeah, it's got a different voice to a kind of wooden guitar of this size, but that's what it is. It's different. It's not, you know, it's not worse or better in any way. It's got a lot of low end, which is nice. It's very comfortable to play. Like I say, the frets are all plecked, which I don't know if you don't know what plecking is. It's a kind of computer controlled fret leveling machine, so that it plays nicely all the way up to here, which is what, the 15th, 17th, 18th fret, because it's quite a short scale. I couldn't find the actual scale length on the specs, but it is short. It's a screwless design, interestingly. There's not a single screw on the whole guitar, for what that's worth. I thought that was quite interesting. So there we go. We've heard what it sounds like as an acoustic. Let's move on to what else you can do with it, because you heard me looping in the intro. I've already said that came from in here, as well as loops and the ability to loop. But let's stay with loops for a second. So you can create your own loops like I just did, where you build up the layers and then jam over the top. You can also download loops from like the app that comes with it, and there's some inbuilt here. So those loops have got, you know, kind of backing track style, you know, MIDI style loops with drums and bass and other instruments and things. And I'll go through some of those right now, actually, while we're in the loop menu. How about that? See what they sound like. So it's a touch screen on the top here, and that's how you access all of the various options that you've got on here, and there's loads. I'm going to start with the loops because that's what we're in. So you've got grooves and different styles and trending. So we've got sci-fi, folk, pop, rock, R&B, neo soul, Latin, electronic. I mean, it just goes on and on and on. And there's more and more of these coming all the time. You can connect this to an app on your phone and update it that way. Or you can, I mean, this connects to Wi-Fi and Bluetooth, the connectivity on it. So you can download things that way too. Let's see what's this? Fusion. Sharaba. Let's see what that sounds like. So you can preview it in here. And turn this up. Why not? Let's use that. So you hit the use button, and now I'm downloading it to use it in the loops. Turn that down while it's doing it. So you've got a huge selection of things you can choose from here. And here we go. Now I've got the beat there. I can slow it down if I want. Hit the start button. And then hit the record button. And I can build up another 3 loops on top of that. See how that works, shall we? Get the idea. I'm not going to carry on. So there's loads there. I'm not going to carry on because I'm not very good at it. And it's all, as you can hear, it's all playing through the guitar. There's not a speaker inside the guitar, but in the sound hole here, you can feel this box. That is the kind of the brain behind it. But it's a transducer, so it's using the back of the guitar body as the speaker, if you like. So all of these effects and things that you can get, all of these loops that are playing, you can use it just as a Bluetooth speaker if you want as well. Just play tunes through it from your phone. They're all coming through the guitar body itself. So that's how that works. I think we've seen enough of my bad looping for now. if we go back here, confirm that I don't want to save that recording, and if you swipe down from the top, you can get to the tuner. It's got a tuner, obviously. I'm in tune, perfect. There you go, you heard that too. I've got a brightness control for my screen here. I've got my volume control. So that volume is for what they call the Freeboost technology, and that means that when you've got this turned on, you're amplifying the guitar itself, as even if you've got no effects on. So that means you can boost just to boost the volume. So I bring it down there. You can either do that from this kind of home screen, or there's a wheel inside here, it does the same job and will correspond with the display on top here. Also on this home screen, you've got some settings for equalization, media volumes, acoustic boost. I'm not going to go through all these, otherwise this video will literally go on for hours because there's huge amounts of stuff. This is a very brief kind of overview. But what we're going to look at now is, let's go back to the main. So the next thing I'm going to look at is the effects section. So you can get into there again from the front menu. You've got a choice of reverbs, delays, reverse delays, chorus, tremolo, phaser, flanger, octave, stutter, wah, slow gear, pitch shift, shaper box, impulse response, and distortion. Ooh-wee. And there's more and more of these get added all the time, the same as the loops. There's a kind of community element to the Lava app, where people can upload things, and there's always more stuff being created in there. So I'm just going to hit a couple of these. What's an IR one? I wonder. Although this is on the line out stuff, which I haven't got to, of course. That's for the. Let's go for a reverb. All right. So edge of breakup. What's that sound like? So that's got some distortion, a bit of delay on there. A lot of these are kind of composite effects. There is just a straight up reverb in here. But first of all, let's hear what Infinite Universe sounds like. How about Mushroom? Everyone likes mushrooms, right? Far out. So yeah, there's loads of crazy effects. What you can do, so in the effects menu, you've got effects and templates. So if I add this one to template 1, here we go, confirm. And then if I go to my templates now, let's have a look at the effect. And now it's in a template. I can go in and adjust the various parameters of the effect. You can go deep on all of the things in this guitar, and it's all through the touch screen. So, I mean, looking at this, I've got in here, I've got options for speed, intensity, depth, mix, and then pre-delay, brightness, damping, decay, size, speed, depth, because there's a flanger and there's a verb on there. So you've got parameters for each effect. I mean, it's crazy. Let's turn the mix down a bit, turn the depth up for the flanger. What's that do? So there, I was just messing around with some of the controls then. I mean, it's hard to make a video on a guitar like this because it's got so much in it, but you'll just have to take my word for it. There's loads of effects, and you can fiddle with every element of them. So if you enjoy really digging into the parameters of effects and tweaking stuff, this is the acoustic guitar for you. The kind of, yeah, it's fun. Some of the effects are really good. We'll look at some of the line out effects in a second as well, potentially, if the video is not already too long by then. Let me change get out of here, go back to the main menu, and oops, what have we done there? So also, things that it's worth looking at, or worth talking about in here, that you've got your tuner, the effects, the looper. There's a practice app kind of built in. So if you want to learn scales, chords, strumming patterns, improve your timing, all that stuff, it can do that, and it can track your progress. And you can link that to the app on your phone, so you can keep track of your guitar progress on your phone. So yeah, it's got a metronome, that's useful. It's got a recorder, so you can just record what you play without looping it or anything if you want to do that. You can also add music and pictures to it if you want. It updates over Wi-Fi. I had to update the firmware on it. That was a first for me on an acoustic guitar. But it all works really well. Charging is via a USB socket on the bottom here. The charge lasts for ages, like ages and ages and ages. So yeah, it's a very interesting acoustic guitar with a lot of kind of really modern things on it as well. Yeah, I'm going to just play through some more effects, maybe loop a bit more. I should say I've put this second mic up here. I've got the mic out the front, I've got the mic up here, because it uses the back of the guitar as the kind of speaker. From a player's point of view, you can it's quite an immersive effect sometimes, depending on what the effect is. So if I get a nice reverb on and some delay maybe, I'll just give a little bit of a demo of that with these two mics to show the expanse. And then I'll plug in so we can hear what the DI sounds like. So effects wise, let's find a nice, turn that one off. What's this reverb like? Let's make that a bit bigger. So turn the decay up, turn the mix up a bit. Turn the low cut, turn the high cut down a bit. I think it's a bit. Good, all right, save. And then I'm going to add another effect here. This time I want to add a delay. Confirm. Let's go live with that. So you hit the live button, and here we are. Oh no, you have to turn them on here. Okay, turn those two on. Sorry, it's one or the other in this setting. There's a lot of settings that I get a bit lost in. So this is the Big Ben setting anyway. This is just to show off the kind of immersiveness of the sound. So there we go. There's so much to explore on this guitar. I'm just scratching the surface, but I hope that gives you an idea of some of the things that you can use it for. And I mean, I'm sure there's people who will see this and go, "Oh my God, that's exactly what I've been waiting for," and do something amazing with it. People who understand the technology better than me, I think. So now we're just going to hear the DI on its own. reverb off there. So there we go. I mean, it works. It works plugged in. If I go back to the home page here, where are we? Into the settings. Now, there's equalizer settings in here where you can adjust the line out settings with this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 band parametric EQ, like you would get in a door, you know, with the kind of lines so you can drag and see the curve. So there we go. I mean, I'm just fiddling with the EQ now, aren't I? But save. There we go. You can boost the EQ, the equalizer settings on the line out only. All of this stuff is basically, that's your EQ. You've got a very tweakable EQ that you can. And then you can go to your effects. I mean, as I say, I'm just scratching the surface of the stuff that this can do. But it is a fun, very different instrument. I hope that's come across. It plays great. The action's lovely, the neck's nice. What you can do with it blows my mind. I'm going to mute the line out now, and we'll have a listen to the acoustic again on the way out. But it's just a crazy, crazy guitar. It does crazy things, plays nicely, and will be perfect for some players. Absolutely perfect. There we go. I'm going to play. I'm going to play out. Possibly not with that effect. That's not what I thought it was at all. How about a nice chorus called Skippy? I'm sure that's lovely. See you soon, everyone. Full specs and links are below. Ooh. Let's go Rainforest instead.